This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good day to you. Welcome to your main newscast for today, Friday, July 22nd, 2022. With your news at this time, my name is Joshua Van Slykeman. Thank you for joining us. Let's get to the news in details. Dutch manufacturer SBM Offshore was pleased to announce on Thursday that it has completed the project financing of one of Guyana's FPSO vessel, Guyana's fourth and largest ship, that's called the One Guyana, for a total of $1.7 billion. SBM said the project financing was secured by a consortium of 15 international banks. The company said it expects to draw the loan in full phase over the construction period of the FPSO. We had previously reported that Yellowtail is expected to cost $10 billion and will include 6 drill centers and up to 26 production and 25 injection wells. Meanwhile, Senior Minister within the Office of the President with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, on Thursday, presented notification receipts to the National Assembly of all petroleum revenues paid into the Natural Resource Fund during the period April 2022 to June 2022. In the second quarter, the country received $4.3 billion for royalty paid by ExxonMobil and its partners in the Stabroek Block. That sum was for royalties due in the first quarter of 2022. Also, $21.3 billion was received for the payment of profit oil earned from the Liza Unity vessel and executed on April 25, 2022. Finally, $22.6 billion was deposited into the NRF. This was profit of oil payments from the Liza Destiny FPSO vessel executed on May 3, 2022. In all, the deposits totaled $48.2 billion. The relocation of the Enmore packaging plant to the Albion Estate, as well as the plan for its modernization once it arrives here, is expected to cost taxpayers $2.3 billion. This was revealed by Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa during the 48th sitting of the House on Thursday. Mustafa shared that $16.2 million has been expended, the majority of which being $15.9 million was used for employment. The remainder was used for packaging materials. And Dr. Ashni Singh tabled in the House on Thursday a paper for supplementary provision totaling $44.7 billion. The breakdown shows current estimates totaling $12.2 billion, while capital estimates are $32.5 billion. Additionally, the government will soon seek the approval of the House for $1.4 billion for the provision of additional resources for the alien sugar industry. And you're listening to us right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. More news after the break. Stay with us.
Can't believe all this money for me. I got to get the CASH. That's the code for the vault, so let's play. Top up with the toes and then the next day you could be a millionaire. But did you sell?
More than 15 million to grab this summer. Top up with $1,000 or more to collect the letters to spell CASH.
For a chance to catch millions in the Digicells Cash Vault.
Top up today.
Did you sell?
This is GHK Lal, inviting you to join me weekdays from Monday to Friday on the National Outlook for commentary on a range of issues, immediately after the 12 noon and 7 p.m. newscasts on Kaieteur Radio at 99.1 FM and 99.5 FM. Looking forward to you sharing in the conversation.
Welcome back to your main newscast on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. We continue with the news. The Fiscal Enhancement Amendment Bill number 2 of 2022 was on Thursday presented to the National Assembly by Dr. Ashni Singh. The administration promised relief for miners through a number of measures, and these included the reduction of final tax from a maximum of 3.5% to 2.5%, which would result in an estimated $1.4 billion being returned to the mining industry, and the removal of the 10% tributaries tax that would benefit thousands of workers in the industry, with $300 million expected to be returned to those who were paying this tax. In total, all measures, once implemented, will see a total of $1.9 billion returned to the industry. As the sod was turned on Thursday for the construction of an upscale hotel on a 3.5-acre plot of land at Ogle on the east coast of Demerara, investors were warned to respect Guyana. The warning was made by President Irfan Ali during his feature address at the sod turning ceremony for AC Hotels Marriott, built at Ogle by Tri-Guyana Investment Inc. Tri-Guyana Investment Inc. is a company made up of Trinidadian and Guyanese investors, and the hotel they are seeking to build in Guyana is an upscale one with approximately 150 rooms to boost what Ali labeled as Guyana's hospitality sector. Speaker of the National Assembly, Manzoor Nadir, has turned down an opposition motion seeking to address the corruption and bribery allegations against Vice President Bharat Jagdeo in relation to a recently released Vice News undercover report. Leader of the opposition Aubrey Norton on Wednesday submitted a motion to the Clerk of the National Assembly calling for an international investigation into allegations made by numerous Chinese nationals doing business here who have claimed to pay bribes in return for lucrative government contracts, and that they were laundering money to facilitate corrupt business transactions here. The motion was related to the two Vice News reports where, apart from the broad allegations of Guyana being corrupt by the Chinese business people, Su, a friend and tenant of VP, allegedly specifically that he was Jagdeo's middleman and collected bribe money for him as well. And just before we wrap things up here for your main newscast for today, July 22nd, 2022, it is time for your page 7 of the Kaieteur News that is dedicated to being blunt. And today's blunt is titled, Are You Ready? What doesn't happen in years can happen in a single day, in mere seconds, even when we least expect it. Are you ready for what's coming? We must be careful to live each day like it's our last. In fact, we ought to deliberate about our actions, be intentional about habits being time, because time is ticking. Are you living like you know your days are numbered? Our lives are but a vapor, here today, gone tomorrow. Be on your guard as you make every moment count. And with that, we've come to the end of your main newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. My name is Joshua Van Slykeman. Thank you for joining us. Have a great remainder of your Friday afternoon. Coming up after the break, it is time for your Friday edition of the National Outlook.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.